Hi and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. If you're ready for a career reading for the month ahead, go ahead and you can check out the timestamps below. But if you want to hear about what I'm doing, well, then let me tell you. So, what I'm doing today is it's going to be a career reading just to kind of see, what's up, what's happening for the month ahead. So, I am recording this going into December of 2022. So, as I'm recording this, I might mention December of 2022, but whenever you are watching this, there might be messages in here for you. This is intended to be timeless, okay? So whenever you find this, you can just think of like the upcoming 4 weeks. All right, my intention as I did this reading was like in the next 4 week cycle. All right, so I will actually be using not mostly, like I will be using the Line Strider Tarot that I have here to think about present energy, future energy, and a device. Yeah, so I guess mostly. And then I'll be using the Star Codes Astro Oracle to identify some themes that might be happening around your career, right? So if the themes kind of don't resonate, or if the present energy doesn't resonate, maybe you want to check out a different pile. But I do hope there are messages here that resonate with your journey. But yeah, feel free to check out different piles. And it's also possible that there might just not be a reading for you in this, video right now. That happens sometimes, but if there are any messages, always, feel free to let me know. You can let me know in the form of a like or a comment. I appreciate any support right now. I'm just gonna throw that out there right now. But yeah, also I will be, wrapping up with some messages from the Beyond Lemuria guidebook. Hopefully I get some nice little messages from that. And then I will be using the tarot that you choose to delve into some additional, just kind of information about the overall energy that's coming your way for the next month. All right. So that is why you are picking a card today. So, yeah, I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, please feel free to let me know. But other than that, let me go ahead and introduce you to the piles. Okay, so I do have 4 piles to choose from today. For the first pile, we have the Tarot of the Divine, which is accompanied by a Labradorite. So if any of those call to you, I will see you in pile number 1. For pile number 2, I have the Tarot of the Wild Unknown Tarot. Yeah. And it's accompanied by some Opalite. So if you like the Opalite or the Wild Unknown Tarot, I will see you in pile number 2. For pile number 3, I'll be using the Santa Muerte Tarot, and it's accompanied by this red jasper. So if you like the red jasper or that, the Santa Muerte Tarot, I'll see you in pile number 3. And for pile number 4, I'll be using the Cat Tarot, and it is accompanied by this Rhodonite. So if you like the Rhodonite or cat tarot or cats, I'll see you in pile number 4. All right, so as you choose your pile, remember to take a deep breath and ground yourself. Remember to trust yourself above everything. And if the stones are what's calling to you, also, remember to look into the stones because there might be additional messages for you in that. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. Also, those of you who chose the Labradorite or the Tarot of the Divine. So I'm going to start off by pulling a card from the Star Codes Astro to find some themes that are coming up for you this month. Wow. Isn't this amazing? So this is Jupiter energy, which is all about abundance and expansion. There might be something, you know, changing. We do have the number 23. Well, there's gonna be things so changing. We have the number 23 up there in case that means anything to anyone. And 2 and 3 does reduce to 5, which 5 is all about big changes coming your way, all in the name of abundance. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so let's see what else the Line Strider has to say about your career. All right, so I'm going to start off with present energy. Okay, and then you have the Knight of Wands, you have the World, and you have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, and so this is going to be present energy, future energy, and advice. And then this is material, heart, and mind and spirit. Okay, so in your present energy, I'm getting the sense that in your heart of hearts, you know that something is coming to an end. You're definitely evolving. You're definitely leveling up. All right. There is going to be a decision that you have to make with this 2 of Swords here, but ultimately the sun and brighter days, and you know, the Ace of Pentacles over here, there are going to be new beginnings happening. These new beginnings are definitely going to happen first mentally. It's like you need to get in touch with what it is that you really want in order so that you can act on it, right? So let's all right, and this is going to be your advice here. Okay, I hope you can see that. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna take, okay, I'm gonna take the overall energy. We have the Page of Cups over here. I'm just gonna leave that there. So what do we have? So let's get a little bit more into this. Okay, so with the Knight of Wands here in your present energy, being reversed in your material realm, there is a sense of stagnation. Okay, there is a sense of you not going for what you want, you not going for what sparks you. So you know, the Knight of Wands, you know, pursues its passions. The Knight of Wands, you know, goes through and does what they need to do, right? Like they come, you know, fiery and energetic, and they keep going, right? But it came out reversed in your material realm. So in your material realm, in your world, in actuality, you know, you're feeling a little bit stagnant, you know, because the the Knight of Wands still showed up. There is a sense that you want to, right? Like you want to go on, you want to start something. The energy is still there. It's just stifled a bit right now. And, you know, with the 5 of Pentacles over here in your mental and spiritual space, I'm getting the sense that, you know, you might be feeling, you know, the 5 of Pentacles is the down and out card, right? So you feeling, maybe you're not paying attention to your resources, feeling like, do I really have what it takes to make this change? Or expand in this way. Maybe there's something, a project that you're trying to expand on. Maybe there's a business that you're trying to start. There's something, definitely a new beginning trying to materialize here that you are not giving yourself the opportunity to do, because, you know, in this present energy, the 5 of Pentacles here is saying that, you know, you're feeling, you know, and there's another 5, right? Change is a coming. But you're feeling stifled, right? Like you're not charging forward, you're not moving forward. Sorry. And as I said that, my throat got really like closed up. So I don't know, maybe it's about, maybe you're not talking about it, maybe you're not communicating, maybe there's somebody that you can talk to about, you know, hey, what resources are out there? Because the 5 of Pentacles wants to remind us that there's support back there, there's support out there, but we need to get out there and ask for it. So whatever it is that you're trying to start, you need to figure out what are the resources that exist around it. And it might end up, you know, you doing some research, but it might also just be about you asking for help and you figuring out, right, reaching out to people. The Page of Cups, you know, I love page energy because pages are starters, even if they're not the most refined, or sometimes they don't always know what they're doing, right? But they're gonna materialize it, they're gonna do it, they're gonna get it done, right? So, you know, and I like, you know, that it's a Page of Cups because it's like, hey, do it nicely, do it slowly, do it lovingly, you know, follow your heart as you are, you know, starting these new ventures. You know, with the World being here, you know, in your heart space, you know, this is the card of leveling up, right? So yes, something is wrapping up or you're trying to wrap something up, but it's not a sad ending, right? It's inviting new abundance. It's inviting new beginnings. So you want to level up. You want to move on to the next part of your stage. Sorry, next part of your stage. I don't know. Some of you might be thespians out there. Sorry, I meant like the next stage of your life and the next part of your life and stage. I don't know. And you don't know what I mean, right? I hope you know what I mean. Uh, but yeah, right, like, but it's leveling up, right? It's not a sad ending. It's a good ending. It's you moving on to the next phase of your life, right? Like you've worked really hard to be able to get what you have right now, and now you get to do more with it, okay? But you need to get out of this before you can level up, and your heart is ready, right? And I think that's why the Page of Cups is here, because your heart is ready to move on. Like you're passionate, you're like ready to do something that you love or grow in something that you love and that you want to do, but because of your mind and material realm, right, like you're not allowing yourself to pursue that, right? So you need to make sure that you're looking at your resources and allow yourself to feel the flame, you know. In the future energy, you do have the sun, and the sun also came out reversed, right? So once again, it's like that stifled flame, this this fire that is just not sparking, so to speak. The sun being reversed, it's not quite hiding something, right? Because it's not like the moon. So once again though, right, it's this need, this thing that wants to emerge, that wants to light up your life, but you are blocking it in your material realm. So you are you're like actively doing things, or I don't know, like how do I say this? But like it's what's happening is that it's materializing, right? Like the block, it's not happening in your life tangibly because there are other blocks happening. And so in order to, turn this sun right side up, you're being asked to get into hanged man energy. So think about different perspectives, in order to yeah, I'm gonna keep it up. I don't know why I felt like turning it upside up, but right side up, but I did. So because it's coming for you, okay? This is what's coming. If you can get into different points of views, get into different perspectives, put yourself in a position to understand, right? Like with the hanged man, it's he's trying to get himself out of that, well, he's not, right? Like, okay, well, really, the hanged man puts himself in that position in order to have a deeper understanding, right? But now he's trying to like get out. I'm getting the sense that this tiger wants to get out of that, right? So you want to get out of that now, right? But what I love about this is that, hey, like you faced the struggle over here with the Five of Pentacles. Maybe you faced some hardship, so you have a deeper understanding. Maybe these were lessons that are going to help you understand what you actually need to do, right? Like the decisions that you need to make and how to tread carefully. And so, yeah, you are being asked to bring different perspectives into your material realm, right? So, like, don't get caught up in these ideas of, oh, I just don't have it like that, or no, I can't really do that, or I don't have the resources to do that. It's like, think about, what are the different ways that you might actually be able to materialize this? With this hanged man here, is just like finding different opportunities, finding different perspectives, different points of views. And that's where talking to people might actually, I'm kind of sharing what you have, out there. That's where that might actually come in, be helpful. Because you are being asked to make a decision. There is some decision making energy here. Sorry. So yeah, like, with the Two of Swords, right? So, you might be moving on from one thing to another. It might actually be something that requires resources with this Five of Pentacles. And that's why you feel like, well, I don't have the resources to make this move, or I don't have the resources to make this change. But really what's coming is going to be that slow start, okay? So, with that slow start, it's like maybe you don't have to put all your eggs in one basket is what I'm getting, or you don't have to, right, like give up everything, but think about just starting to plant the seeds, right? Because the aces are seeds, right? Yes, they're new beginnings and they promise a lot of things, but obviously, like, you have to nurture, you have to take care of them in order for them to grow. Otherwise, it's just a seed. It's not necessarily going to manifest if you don't take care of it. But also, it's really promising because it's like you're not, trying to. Okay, sorry. I don't know why I'm getting, well, I know why I'm getting this imagery, but it's not like you're starting by, like transplanting like a full grown tree or something and then needing to take care of that and making sure that it roots and this and that and whatever, right? It's like, no. You're just starting with a seed. You're starting small, taking slow. Okay, sorry about my weird analogies, um, but yeah, right. My gardeners out there, I know you can judge me. But whatever ideas it is that you're getting, right? It's really about starting small and don't freak yourself out, right? Because this is in your mental spiritual realm. So it's kind of saying, hey, start thinking about the real things that you can do, the real seeds that you can plant, the real small, tiny steps that you can make toward this abundance that you're trying to acquire, this change that you're trying to make, that you're trying to create. Once again, with your advice over here in the heart space, you do have the Six of Cups, which can be, about like, reunions. So maybe there's somebody that from your past that you want to reach out to and ask for support. Maybe there is this, how do I say this? Yeah, like somebody that's out there that can help you like balance this energy, that can help you say, hey, like, hey, this is kind of what I have to offer. This is what how I can support you with this expansion, and kind of even just like putting it out there, right? Like they very much seem like they're having a conversation. But also, the Six of Cups, it's a gift from the universe, right? Like it's the universe kind of saying, hey, especially with this Jupiter abundance energy over here, right? It's like trying to give you more. It's trying to see you grow. But you definitely need to put a little bit of work into it, and some of that seems to be around assessing your state of mind and really allowing your passions to spark, and think about how you can start materializing these ideas, one little step at a time, whatever that is. But yeah, I don't feel like, sorry, I was gonna say, oh, I can pull some energies and see what. No. Okay, no, what I'm actually gonna pull is some of this over here. Okay, sorry, I was gonna say like to try, see what is this project about, but like, I don't know. I'm gonna pull from this deck and see what pops up, okay? But really, it's just anything that sparks you, anything that makes you feel good, anything that makes you embody this like Knight of Wands energy, which is passionate, creative, follows through with what they want and things like that. Okay, so we have explore, and we have crying equals strength. So that's funny. 12 and 13. So 13 is death. And what is 12? What comes before death and after justice? Why am I blanking? Oh my gosh, why am I blanking? Wow, okay, it's weird because like whenever I start, sometimes it just wasn't meant to be. But yeah, so with death comes transformation. Okay, maybe like there's something that you need to release, and hey, let yourself feel, let yourself, let it out. If there's something that's that you are letting go of, and it's okay to mourn it. It's okay to say, hey, this part of my life just isn't for me anymore, right? Like I'm on to bigger, better things, and you are. Look at all this abundance, right? Jupiter is promising you, like it's on your side. If you're you might be going through your Jupiter's return, which I think is like every 12 years. So I think it's like around 24, 36. Like you might be going through a Jupiter's return. If you want to look into that, it's 24, 36, 48. So yeah, I don't know, if that resonates for anyone over here. Or you might be 23 also with that here. But yeah, and then with the 12 explore, I think because the whole point was like explore, right? So explore your different options, explore different perspectives. It's all about different perspectives, right? And then yes, right, that's like, oh, is it the Hanged Man? I think it's the Hanged Man. Duh. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's why I wasn't coming, because it was already there. But yeah, so exploring like different perspectives, different outlooks, different things about like how you can manifest these things. And also, oops, I didn't even get into this, right? But the Hermit, same thing. So it's funny, not same thing though. Same and not, okay? I like that it came out reversed, because the message is similar in the sense that it's all about shedding light on situation, right? So you need to definitely like go back and assess, hey, what hasn't been working? Hey, what has been working? What is it that I want to expand on? What is it that I want to create? I'm getting the sense that right? Like, what are these decisions that I need to make? And, maybe how can I separate myself from one and then like slowly delve into the other? Who do I need to reach out to, right? What is it that I need to understand about the resources available for me to create this expansive project that I want to start, right? And it might be, it might, okay, so I'm just gonna say it. So for some of you, I'm getting that this is like a separate venture, like a separate career, like you're leaving behind some sort of career or some sort of job and you're trying to venture into something new. But for some of you, it might just be about expansion and abundance, like within your actual career. And so it might be like you might be working on a project that's going to get you a promotion, right? Like that kind of thing. And that's where you really need to reach out to your resources regardless, right? So whether you're starting fresh or whether you're within your, like a company or a workplace or whatever, right? And you're trying to kind of work on that upward mobility or whatever, because that's what this feels like upward mobility, whether it's within like a workplace that you already have or within yourself. And so, but it's just like movement, abundance, right? Like bigger, better things coming. So yeah, make sure that you're reaching out, right? Oh yeah, that was gonna be my whole point. Because with the Hermit coming out reversed, there's also this need for you to shed a light on the situation, right? And figure out, maybe like the details of what it is that you're trying to do. But also, with the Hermit coming out reverse, is like don't super isolate yourself, right? Like think about it a little bit, but make sure that you're putting those ideas out there. Make sure that you are sharing, that you are asking questions, that you are reaching out to people. I'm getting the sense that, no, because, well, yeah, like that there's going to be people that you can connect to, okay? That are going to be here to help you, okay? So, yeah, don't make sure that you don't like self-stifle, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and get into the Tarot of the Divine. And what we're asking for here is just anything else, any other messages that you might need to hear right now. Just kind of general energy. And then the unexpected that you can expect, okay? So actually, yeah. We'll start with general messages and then we'll go into the expected. Oh my goodness. Okay, what is this? This is funny. You got the Page of Cups again. I think it was a bright, I don't know, but Page of Cups. So honestly, some of you might have love coming. I don't know. Maybe you're just being asked to be more loving, right? Like in your approach as you get started. Maybe kind of like have a soft touch as you're offering these ideas to people. Ask someone out for a coffee so that you can discuss, like that kind of thing is what I'm getting. All right. Sorry. I'm just terrible at the shuffling right now, so I'm just going to cut. Sorry about that. And we're going to start with general just energy that you need to keep in mind. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. There might be love. There might be love somewhere in here for you. No, but also, actually the Two of Cups can also denote business partnership. Okay. So there might be somebody that you really need to partner up from, okay? So I love this just because like the overall general kind of energy here, what you're getting is you have the Ten of Wands reversed, right? So the Ten of Wands, whenever I see the Ten of Wands and it's in the material realm here, it's all about, you feeling, when I see it, it's like, okay, you're feeling overburdened, you're feeling overstressed. It's like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, right? Like here it's literally like breaking its head. It's like all these things are causing the decay of this you know, skull look sort of thing. The skull here, right? Like, and I'm seeing it as like those pesky thoughts that are keeping you from moving forward. You know, especially, you know, when I see it like this, it's just this whole, you know, especially because, right, like, one, you have a new birth, right? Like with the end of something, something new is coming. So for some of you, it really might just be like a whole like a whole new business venture. It might just be, right, like a whole new project, a whole new promotion, a whole new like part of your career, right? And your professional life. Like you're like you're letting something die, and like, right, you're seriously leveling up, you know, with the world here too. And with Jupiter here, leveling up. But reach out, okay? Because you don't have to have the weight of the world on your shoulders. You can actually reach out and ask for support. And whenever I see the Ten of Wands, that's exactly what it's telling me. And it's in the material realm, right? So materialize that. Ask for support. Ask for help, okay? The Six of Swords, your heart is ready to move on, okay? Right? You're leaving the rocky waters for smooth sailing. You're like, nope, I don't want this anymore. Like, I see the greener pastures up ahead. I want bigger, better things again. And the abundance is waiting for you, okay? And Two of Cups, yeah, it might be romantic, but also, you know, because this is a career reading, and Two of Cups, you know, yeah, and, you know, with that Page of Cups over there too, I'm going to say, yes, for some of you, you might have some love waiting, but, overall, yeah, right, like business partnership, okay? So it might be about like getting together with someone in order to start this new venture, like really talk it out, especially with the Six of Cups back here as your advice. Whoever it is that you're thinking about reaching out to, reach out to them, and then 10 more people, you know. I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. No, don't listen to that part. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I'm just reading the cards, okay? I'm just reading the cards. So yeah, all right, so that's some general, just additional energy coming your way, okay? And then expect the unexpected. What's the unexpected that you can expect this December, okay? And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm just gonna do, okay, yeah. All right, wow, okay, yeah. Whew. All right, so what can you expect? All right, for this of you, yeah, okay, so for those of you that, because the Lovers, all right, come on, I can't say it, that there's some love aspect here, whether it's in your career or whatever, something, I don't know, you might be disillusioned, you might have something ending, but what I really think is, and so here's the thing, I'm not even going to read even the reversals or even like the Seven of Wands, which can be a challenging energy. I'm not even going to read that like negatively, because the reason that we're doing this, right, is so that we can prepare. And so, and you're expecting unexpected, mentally, spiritually, yes, there's going to be some challenges. You're going to be asked to really strengthen, like, you know, like really, I don't know, like, I mean, like, you know, like square up and like strengthen yourself and like really, like, be strong of mind, right? Like, you're going to have to be working hard. You might be facing some challenges, right? But be careful not to be, you know, causing disharmony, especially with the Lovers reversed here, right? Be careful that like your strong will is not imposing, especially if you're asking, you know, for support, like as a partnership, or, you know, if you're trying to collaborate with someone, right? But like, yeah, you are going to have to be, you know, really working on your inner strength is really what I'm getting, right? Because this is in the mental spiritual realm. So just, you know, making sure that you are, you know, working on your mental health, strengthening your mental health, right, as well. You know, be careful about any disharmony, right? You want to keep the Lovers upright in the sense of like, you want to keep that balanced energy. You want to keep that energy of give and take. You want to keep that energy of cooperation. For some of you, you might be partnering on with like your romantic partner into a business endeavor. But yeah, you know, so be careful about the like any potential disharmony, all right? So make sure that you are you know, really listening, really communicating. You know, the Lovers, that's like Gemini energy, so it's communicative, right? It's willing to understand both sides of the situation. So make sure that you're doing that, right? Like make sure that you're saying in this what was it, like the Hanged Man and Hermit energy, right? Like willing to balance, willing to understand different perspectives, willing to shed a light on the things that aren't working so that you can ultimately have this harmony, because this is really beautiful, right? And then with the Three of Cups in your material realm, come on, with, you know, socialize, all right? Get out there, talk to people, all right? see what else is out there. All right. So, let's see. We are 24 minutes, 25. You know what? All right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and pull an oracle card from the Beyond Lemuria just to see if there's any additional messages. Maybe they resonate. Maybe it's just a little bit extra for you. Something to support your journey as you kind of go into this whole new leveling up. This is like amazing. Like I'm happy for you. Trust your innocence. All right. And so yeah, this card is really all about I mean, trusting yourself, right? Really like knowing that you know what you're about. You know, and I'm gonna say, right, like especially if you're trying to communicate or not communicate, what was I saying? Collaborate and things like that. Make sure that you're, you know, like you can be balanced and collaborate and not, how do I say this? Like not be super imposing your will while still sticking true to yourself, okay? But yeah, learn to trust your inner sense or intuition. You're encouraged to be honest with yourself. Cast aside any mind stories and shoulds that you tell yourself. In your heart of hearts, you know the answers. Dare to listen and to honor them. So this might be about being truthful with another person, okay? But remember that relationships can only deepen when we can be real with each other. Consider your timing and be considerate. But this is a time for truths, right? So yeah, you know, even if you're collaborating and things like that, you can like still be true to yourself, right? While being considerate. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. You know, go reach out and go claim the abundance that the universe is trying to offer you, all right? And good luck with all this wonderful stuff coming your way. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, pile number 2, or those of you who chose the Opalite or the Wild Unknown Tarot. All right, so I am going to start off. Sorry, I don't know, I'm having trouble pulling a card, so I'm just going to cut it and pull the top card. But this is going to be for the theme that's revolving your career. Interesting. So you do have Venus and Beloved, and this is about career. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and see if there's any messages in here. Interesting. Use creative use creative outlets when you're feeling out of whack. Okay, loving yourself conveys a higher love to others. Okay. So some of you might be in need to pursue some creative outlets. Some of you, yeah, yeah. Venus calls you to your heart to romance. It sings to you as a creative muse and asks you what you value, what you want enough to get yourself in trouble. Come to know your heart. Know what you're passionate about and when you when you stir other people's passions, okay? So yeah, so it's, I'm gonna take this as like you really getting in touch with your passions, right? In your career, like what's a passion of you that you want to pursue, right? So like that's going to be a big theme here, it seems like. And I'm going to get into the Line Strider to get some information about the present energy. I'm going to start off with present, future, and advice. All right, so that's what that is going to look like. So in the present energy, oh wow, okay. I don't even know what to do with this. All right, so in the present energy, you have the Sun, the Hierophant, and the King of Wands reversed. In your upcoming energy, you have the Five of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. All right. And then as your advice, you have the Star. Okay, I'm going to move these down a little bit. Sorry, I want to make sure that you can see them so you can follow along. The Seven of Swords reversed and the Three of Wands. Okay, wow. All right. So, whew, interesting. All right, so present energy. You're ready for good days. I'm getting the sense that you are in touch with these passions, right? And oh, I did do overall energy for the last. Yeah, Empress reversed. Okay, that's funny because that's like Venusian energy. But with it being reversed, it's just really calling in attention for you to actually, right, nurture, actually nourish, actually work on these passions. Because with the sun being here, I'm getting the sense that you are actually in touch with what it is that you want. You are actually in touch with your passions. You are actually in touch with, what it is that you want to pursue in your career life. But you're not really nourishing. You're not really taking care of it. And you see that over here, you have the King of Wands reversed, you have the Five of Wands, the Knight of Swords is reversed as well, right? And yeah, so, okay, so let's get into this a little bit deeper, okay? So, yes, with the Sun, it seems like you have an idea. You might already be doing, because this is in the material realm, you might already actually be doing what you want to do, like the passion. Maybe you've started this journey. You're actually starting to work, maybe you landed the job of your dreams, or you're starting, a career project or your own business, whatever it is, like you're in it, right? Like you have started this for yourself. Or, with the King of Wands being reversed over here in the mental space, there's the sense of you not, how do I say this? Like feeling, it's like being stifled, right? Like not moving forward with it. Not really, you're not in, the King of Wands, you know, it's loyal to what they're doing. Like there's not like there's no dibble dabble, right? I don't know what does that even mean? But right, like they're not like dabbling around. Is that a like what I'm saying? Like here and there, and kind of like like they're focused, they're passionate, they're loyal, like they're taking care of business and following suit with their like with their passions, really, right? Like, and what it is that they're trying to accomplish. So with the King of Wands being reversed here, is like you're not really embodying that mentally. Like mentally you're not quite there. Maybe you're feeling like you don't know how to act on it, right? Because kings are, they're doers, right? Like they take the steps that need to be taken in order to accomplish what they need to accomplish, but it's reversed. So it's like mentally you're not actually taking those steps. Now with the Hierophant here, there's this need for you to reconcile whatever's happening like spiritually with what's happening in your real world, right? Or this sense, what I'm really getting is really the need to materialize those ideas and bring them into the real world, right? Because the Hierophant connects the spiritual world to the material world, right? So and in this sense, I'm getting this idea of like bringing all these passions, all these creative ideas into your world, making them real, making them a part of your routine, bringing them into the rituals that you do every day. What I'm getting that, what's that saying about like, what are you doing every day to work toward your goals, right? Even if it's the smallest thing, but what are you actually doing to put it into practice? And that's kind of, the present energy that you're being asked to bring that into your material world, because you're not really acting on it, and in the future, you do have, with the Five of Wands here, there might be some actual like physical challenges that take place with you putting these things into action. But remember that you know the Five of Wands is also about practice makes perfect, really. Right? There's the sense of like you just need to keep going, right? Like you might find, you might find yourself like you might find yourself in some quarrels, you might find yourself in some arguments, you might be finding yourself in the need of setting some boundaries, especially with the advice cards over here, which I'll get to in a second. But yeah, like you might be facing some challenges, but I'm not trying to scare you, and I'm not saying, right, like, oh, you're gonna be like facing some challenges and that's it, right? The reason we do tarot and things like that is so that we can actually right, like problem solve and try to come up with solutions and try to kind of get ahead of things when they come up. So I'm not saying, right, like this is inevitable. What I'm saying is, just be mindful of any energies that are trying to, get in the way of your progress. Maybe there might be some actual people, right, that are actually keeping you from, this forward movement over here. And I'm also getting that over here with the, with the Knight of Swords. It might be like an actual person that's trying to impede this growth or inhibit this growth or something. But if it's not an actual person, it could just really be yourself. And with the Knight of Swords, because this is like the future energy, right? Like and it's in your heart space. So I'm getting, be nicer to yourself, and I'm also seeing this with this Nine of Cups over here and the star and all these things over here. But be nicer to yourself, be nicer of any manipulative energies around you. And I'm really seeing that because of the advice over here of the Seven of Swords reverse, which I'll get to in a second. But really, how do I say this? Like, be gentle. Make sure that you're nurturing yourself as you are going through these transitions, as you are thinking about, these projects that you're starting. It might be, like I said, like you might just be starting a new job that you love. You might just be starting a new project that you love. You might just be starting, like, I'm getting like that, like landing my dream job energy. That's really what I'm getting, right? But it's like, okay, so what I'm saying, okay, what I'm getting is like, I landed my dream job, but maybe it's not what I thought it was, but now I'm like really overwhelmed, right? Like that's kind of the energy in this reading here. um and with this Empress reversed, with the Nine of Cups over here, as well as what's coming, it's just like this need for you to really be in a self-care energy. Take care of your mental health, okay? Because you have the Nine of Cups in your mental and spiritual. So then the Nine of Cups is all about emotional fulfillment, nourishing your heart, like you being there for yourself, and it's in the mental spiritual realm. So it's like, love yourself, love your mental, like, take care of your mental anguish, right? Not like nourish it to grow, but like nourish it to, like quell the stress and stuff like that. Because with the Knight of Swords, you might have people, I don't know, especially with this, I think it's just like this energy right here, the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. I'm getting that, like you might have some haters, right? You might have some haters like coming in, trying to trample on your heart, because this isn't your heart energy, or trample on your feelings, hurting your feelings. People that might be trying to manipulate you, people that might be trying to take advantage of you, especially if, maybe this is like a new thing that you're starting. So, there's this sense of, with the Seven of Swords, manipulation, lying, cheating, so it's just kind of saying, hey, like, be careful of that energy and don't fall into it, okay? Like, I'm also gonna say, like, don't fall into gossip, right? Like, don't fall into, talking about other people either, right? And also with this Knight of Swords reversed over here, right? Because the Knight of Swords acts fast, oh my gosh, sorry. The Knight of Swords just, it zooms by carelessly, aimlessly, is the fastest of the knights. And it can be kind of careless sometimes, right? So with the reversal here is like the sense of like, okay, slow down, right? Like, bring it back. Don't fall into manipulations. Don't fall into gossip, especially if it's like work gossip stuff, right? With this, Seven of Swords here, there's always this, people trying to get ahead, people trying to whatever. So even if it's like you're trying to get ahead, don't resort to that, like it's not the time for that. Also, with so I'm gonna get into this over here, the other advice over here. With the Three of Wands, like mental spiritual stuff, in the mental spiritual realm, maybe explore different things, explore different ways. I'm getting like, explore different ways of self-care, explore different ways of nourishing yourself as you're going, if you're going through this transition or starting this new sort of project thing. But yeah, like explore what's out there. Make sure that you are, you might need to build community for some of you, right? Like where you're at, like really pay attention. I'm not saying like, how do I say this? just kind of be careful, you know, like look out for, you know, who your actual friends are, see, you know, who's out there, just because like I'm seeing like the two figures right here. And so it's like the sense of, I don't know, I'm getting like, hey, I'm looking at other options, and I don't know, I don't know, I'm getting like this, I don't know, find community, okay? But yeah, but also like see what else is out there, right? See what else is out there as far as support, see what else is out there as far as, you know, how to take care of yourself, right? Maybe you need to do something for yourself outside of your job right now, to make sure that you are right, actually like sparking your creativity. Actually, maybe you need to add something personal and creative outside in your personal life, in order to, right, to like navigate this whole other work energy. You know, overall with the star in your material realm, it goes back to this whole idea of like, I'm really getting the sense of like, this is the job you've been wishing for, or it's coming, right? Like you're about to land the job of your dreams. So just kind of be really careful, because the star is, you know, the make-a-wish card. It's like the universe got your back, homie, you know, like just yeah. It's like that's really it, right? So, you know, just kind of be careful, and it's in your own material realm, so it's materializing. Your dreams are materializing what you've been wanting for, what you've been asking for, right? Like it's coming to you, right? So definitely, you know, like be patient. Keep in mind that the universe has your back, and you know, don't get caught up in any, don't get caught up in any work drama. Just be really careful. Be careful of anybody that might be trying to manipulate you. Be careful of anybody that might be trying to get you to gossip about somebody else, especially if, right, like that kind of thing. And if it's like a new place or something like that, that's what I'm getting. So, you know, make sure that you're like focusing on your self-care as well. I'm gonna actually, because of the Nine of Cups and the Empress and the Venus and all those energies, actually, I'm gonna pull some cards from my own little self-care deck and see if anything pops up. And is that too many? Okay. I think, well, oh well, that's not too many. Okay, so we have, oh wow, okay, so you have two inner child healing cards. Okay, so for some of you, really, that might be just like a side message, honestly. Yeah, but you have two inner child healing cards, which they were not together, which I actually thought I didn't even have one. And now I have two. Wow. Okay. Never mind. Some of you might have children. Take care of your children too. Especially if you have two children. Pay attention to them equally. I don't know. Summary. Yeah, and then you have the Mother Earth over here card too, which is other Empress energy, right? It's the same thing. But you know, getting in touch with Mother Earth, getting in touch with that nurturing nature, like nurturing, nourishing part of yourself, right? Like, so whether it's for, if you have any actual children that you don't want to forget about, if it's just your, even if it's just like yourself, right? Like taking care of yourself and taking care of your inner child and your needs, right? Especially as you're, if you're, you know, going through a transition, and if you're feeling stressed and things like that. Okay. And then you do have, you know, check yourself as far as, you know, like how you're doing, especially if you're making mistakes, if you're starting something new, forgive yourself and move on, right? Like check yourself, like, you know, what did you learn, you know, if you're kind of making any mistakes, or if there's anything like that, you know, happening, like don't get stressed out about it, right? Like you're learning, especially because this is feeling kind of like, yeah, this is very much feeling like new energy, like you're, what's it called? Just kind of starting something new. So, so, you know, yeah, no, like mistakes are going to happen, and forgive yourself for it. Okay. What did you learn from it? Really focus on that. And don't forget to take care of, yourself and your needs. Okay. Especially, you know, because you know how work can be, and then we forget all about, you know, it's like, when was the last time I ate or whatever? I don't know. So we need to go eat a good meal. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get into the Wild Unknown Tarot. So what I'm asking for here is just additional general energy messages to keep in mind for the next month. I'm going to say some of you might actually really, really have children, because you have the Son of Cups over here. So, you know, if I said, like, if you have any children, if you have the sun, yeah, and the devil, that makes perfect sense over here. Okay. And then we're going to do, actually, you know what? I'm going to do this first, and then I'll pull the unexpected cards, okay? So, yeah, Son of Cups, once again, you know, loving yourself, you know, putting that cup of love out there. Make sure that you're sharing that cup of love. Don't forget about your loving self, all right? Don't forget about, you know, the emotional part of you. Don't get caught up in work, okay? Because you have the Eight of Pentacles here in your heart space. So the Eight of Pentacles, right? There's going to be just work is dominating you, and you have the devil card as here as well. And the devil in a career reading, right? It's being overworked, it's being overburdened, it's being you know, feeling bound to your job, right? So, you know, just kind of, and you know, here's the thing though, like sometimes we don't even notice it. You don't even feel it, right? Like you're so caught up in the grind that you don't even realize that you're, you know, kind of bound to your job, or you don't realize how much you're overworking, right? Like we're just like, oh, this is what I do, right? And as a recovering workaholic, right? Like that's just such a thing, right? Like sometimes I don't notice it until like I'm like exhausted, and you know, it's just been, I don't know, like, you know, a week of 3-hour sleep weeks, and then it's like, oh wait, that was probably not okay or not normal. I don't know, is it just me? Please tell me it's not just me. No, so here's the thing, no, right? Like it's a thing, like it happens, okay? So just be mindful about it, okay? Make sure that you're taking a step back, checking yourself, you know, make sure that you're assessing how work is affecting your emotions, okay? Make sure that, you know, you're releasing, you know, little bits of work. What can you leave at work? You know, I know that that's not always possible. Sometimes you have to bring work home whether you want it or not, but think about, you know, hey, what can you leave actually at work? Where can you actually start drawing some boundaries? What can you start releasing, right? Like even if it's this new thing that you just love, and that you're so like, finally I landed this, or whatever it is, right? And that's bringing you, you know, better days and things like that. It's like, make sure that it doesn't burn you out as well, right? That's kind of the imagery that I'm getting over here. Like you want to avoid burnout. So if you want to avoid burnout, and you want to keep this position, you know, long, and you want to keep this career, you know, fruitful and going for a long time, you don't want to burn yourself out. So make sure that you're setting boundaries, that you're actually assessing how it's affecting your emotional realm, that you know, are you still able to nourish things, you know, and take care of things in creative pursuits, and you know, where can you release anything that's, you know, just not serving you, okay, or not, you know, like harming you really, right? Like where can you actually let go of, you know, maybe some responsibilities. Like I said, really, like the big thing is like, you know, what work can you actually leave at work, right? And really start thinking about that and assessing. Okay, sorry. Okay, at this point I'm just like repeating it. Wow. Okay, stop. Sorry. Okay, wow. Okay, that was weird. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna move on into the unexpected that you can expect in career. And then we have the Daughter of Swords, 5, 6, 7 of Wands, and Strength. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, did you have the 7 of Wands? No. Where was the 7 of Wands? I swear I saw the 7 of... Maybe it was another pile. I'm sorry. All right. But... okay, yeah, so the unexpected that you can expect. Okay, some of you might really have children, especially if I say like those of you that have like 2 kids, a son and a daughter or something, because you have like the Son of Cups, the Daughter of Cups here. Maybe some of you might be having another child. I'm just gonna throw that out there, okay? If it doesn't happen, don't listen to me. If you don't want another child, you know, and you can have children, you know, wrap it up. And then if you do and it happens, let me know. But okay, sorry. So expect the unexpected. Daughter of Swords. All right. I'm sorry. That's really what I'm getting. All right. I'm so sorry. And then with that, like that random 2 inner child. Okay, I'm sorry. I can't get over it. Okay, I need to move on. Okay, let's move on. So, you know, what can you expect though? Yeah, there might be some communication coming your way. Okay, so just really be mindful about communication. Be mindful, you know, with the 7 of Wands. There might be some more challenges. Okay, so like you might be facing more challenges. There might be somebody trying to start a fire here, like, you know, and by that I mean like there might be somebody trying to start drama. There might be somebody, you know, trying to, I don't know, like I'm getting like the sense of like getting you to talk, getting you to say something about someone. Like I don't know why I'm really getting that energy heavy here. um but I mean, Seven of Wands, Daughter of Swords, you know, kind of just you know, so just be mindful, right? So be wise with your words, you know, with the little owl here is like be wise about what you're communicating, be wise about what you're saying. Try to get away, right? Like try to get away from anybody that that's trying to start anything, and really stand your ground, you know, like be strong, stand your ground. You're gonna come out stronger here. You know, this is gonna be a month where you can really be in your power, when you can really feel good about yourself and really feel good about everything that you accomplished. And, you know, I mean, yeah, it's just, I'm just really getting like this sense of like, you know, be above it, you know, and don't let people bring you down, and just kind of, yeah, you know, like make sure that you know, be confident in yourself. Okay. I think that that's something here that you're gonna realize how much stronger you are than you thought you were. That's like something that seems to be happening here, right? Like the unexpected. It's like you're gonna realize your strength. You're gonna realize how above you are. You know, all of these other petty issues and all these other petty things over here. And so I am going to pull out, yeah, I think I have time, just a little card from the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck and see if there's any messages for you here. And we have Earth Star Chakra. All right. So let's go ahead and read that. Okay. So we have, okay, explore clearing meditations, self-energy work, and put intention into the meaningful parts of your life. Find ways to balance your life. Be aware of the times of day that are more conducive to different states of consciousness, such as flow meditation and productivity. All right, so yeah, really assessing, you know, assessing that work stuff, right? Especially, you know, when what I was saying about like leaving work at work is like, okay, where can you actually be productive? Because, you know, like, you know, what's happening? How can you separate, you know, the different meaningful parts of your life, right? Because you don't want to be ignoring yourself, or you don't want to be ignoring your family for some of you. Okay, so yeah, um think about clearing meditations and self-energy work, okay, and put intention into the meaningful parts of your life. Okay, so set intentions around that. Okay, um all right, balance your spiritual and your physical reality. Okay. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much, pile number 2. Thank you for being here. And if anything resonated, please feel free to let me know. You can let me know in the form of a like or a comment. You know, any feedback really helps me. So thank you so much, and good luck on this, and good luck on, you know, realizing how strong you are. Hi and welcome, pile number 3, or those of you who chose the red Jasper or the Santa Marta Tarot. So I am going to start off by pulling a card from the Star Codes Oracle. And this is all about the themes. So what themes are coming for you in career, and in your career this upcoming December, or whenever it is that you're watching it, whatever month it is you're watching it, it's all about the month ahead. So you do have the 9th house of exploration. I also believe that is the Sagittarius house, which is very fitting because we're in Sagittarius season. You know, if you're watching this right now, but you know, anybody watching it at a different time, also, Sagittarius season might be important. um, so yeah, exploration, really getting out there. You might be learning about new things. You might be learning about something else that you want to do. You might be exploring different venues, different ventures, all right, in your career. So let's see. So this is going to be the present energy in career. You do have 5-5, so that's 2 5s here. in your present energy. So there's definitely some big changes coming. Yep. In the upcoming energy, this is future energy. Yeah. You have the Page of Pentacles, you have the Two of Wands, and you have the Knight of Swords. And then for your advice, let's see. You have the Hanged Man. Interesting. You have the Eight of Pentacles reversed, and the King of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. Okay. All right. So, oh, sorry. Oh, I think that was it. Okay. All right. I guess I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, never mind. I started reshuffling, but that was it. Okay. So I'm just gonna do this. So let's get into present and well, let's get into all of this, okay? So in your present energy, you do have the Five of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Emperor reversed. So this is definitely showing you're definitely going through some challenges. There's definitely some things that you are working on healing. There might be some emotional pains that are manifesting in your material world. So, you know, whatever hurt that you are going through might be affecting your career right now. It might be hurt around something other than your career, right? So like it could be that your career is causing you emotional distress, that you are feeling dissatisfied, that you are feeling, you know, with the Five of Cups, you get sorrow, you get despair. You know, it does bring the potential for healing, but that comes with time, right? In this moment, there is a sense of grief, right? So you might be grieving the loss. Some of you might be grieving the loss of a job. So for some of you, it might actually very much be a job loss, and for some of you, you might be like changing jobs, or your job is really stressing you out, okay? But nonetheless, there is this energy of challenge with both the Five of Cups and the Five of Wands, you know. So in your heart, you have this challenging energy of the Five of Wands, which is all about you know, conflict. It could be conflict with other people. Maybe this is what's causing your stress. um it could just be conflict within yourself as well, if you're just struggling to move forward. Which I'm also getting, you know, with the Emperor reversed over here, because you know the Emperor does, you know, the Emperor is an actor in the sense that acts, right, like does, takes charge. They rule over their empire, and really, you know, charge forward, you know, with passion and, you know, and strength, and just really, you know, get things done. But you know, you have the power to be that, right? Like the energy is still here, so you can embody that, but you're just currently not. You know, there's something, you know, keeping you stuck. There's some challenges that you're facing, some sorrow, some stress, some grief. For some of you, it might actually be that, you know, very job loss that's keeping you from figuring out, you know, hey, what do you want to do? So that's why you're being asked to explore, you're being asked to venture, you're being asked to, you know, the ninth house, it's also about, you know, learning about new topics. So some of you might be considering going back to school. It can also revolve around higher education. So for some of you, you might actually be pursuing a degree, like a different, you know, course of study, right? Like it doesn't have to be a degree, it could be a degree, like a different you know, I mean, there's different types of learning, right? So like, but some sort of actual like book, like, you know, just study, like courses, right? Like vocations, degrees, like just different things, right? But you might be learning about something new in order to really expand your potential and what's out there. And you know what? That's really going to pay off, okay? Because you do have the Two of Wands over here. Once again, it's another card of exploration, right? Like you see how the little bunny has the world in its hands, or the little hare. Is that a hare? I think that's a hare. Anyway, but they have the world in their hands, right? So, you know, there's just this sense of you needing to see what's out there. Maybe I'm getting, you know, look online, right? Like look on the World Wide Web, right? Like explore what's out there. You know, as far as for some of you, might actually be about physically getting out there and physically, sorry, like the the siren, really. I'm sorry, there's like, I think it was an ambulance, but anyway, I'm so sorry. I don't know if you can hear that. Anyway, For some of you, it might actually, some of you might be getting in, oh, some of you might be going into medicine, or maybe, or, you know, maybe being a paramedic, or maybe being, I don't know. Anyway, maybe that's something to look into. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, for some of you, might actually be about like getting out there and seeing new things, seeing new places, and seeing what's out there, and actually, you know, physically talking to people about different options and different ventures, maybe seeking career counseling is what I'm getting. But for others of you, it might really just be about you know, sitting at a computer, you know, and if you don't have one, go to a library or on your phone or whatever, and you know, look at different programs, you know, see what's out there, see what the internet has to offer. Really, that's what I was gonna get to with the World Wide Web. You know, what's on there, what's online, you know, like just doing a little bit of research, right, on your own. So for some of you, this research might be independent, and for some of you, it might actually be external, like asking for other people support. Okay. um but yeah, overall, like, you know, what's coming your way, uh the Page of Pentacles promises, you know, new beginnings. I love the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is, you know, the materializer of materializers, right? Because, you know, pages materialize things, pages get things done, they get things started. It doesn't matter how rough around the edges things might be, like, they're going to get it done. And the Page of Pentacles really brings it home by making it real, by materializing it, by putting it into action, putting it in the world, you know, and you got it in your material realm. So what's coming your way? A new beginning. Is it gonna be, right, like this beautiful perfect empire? No, not right away, because things start slow. And pages, you know, pages are also learners, right? And so that, once again, there's this idea of you learning about new things, learning about new trades, learning about new career options, learning about, you know, like what else is out there, really expanding your mind around the possibilities that you might have to explore, you know, like the things that you're able to explore, right? Like, so really, I'm really getting this, like, talking to people, you know, you have this Knight of Swords over here, this talking to people about, um you know, what's out there, right? Like seeing what other things are out there, so that you can, you know, get out of this hurt, get out of this, like, you know, start healing, you know, the stressors that you have around, you know, your career. Because, you know, with the Five of Cups and the Five of Wands, I'm getting, and the Emperor reverse, there's a sense of, you know, this stifleness really just bringing you a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow, right? Like, it's not just like, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. It's like feeling stuck, feeling sad about it. Just, sorry, I'm like looking, I don't know, the five, you know, like the Five of Cups is that sorrow energy, but I don't know, it just looked so sad with the little broken, maybe you've had broken dreams, maybe you've had, you know, yeah, like I said, some of you might really be going through like a job loss. um but, you know, what's coming your way, you know, also, I'm gonna say, you know, with the Knight of Swords being reversed in your mental spiritual realm, okay, so when I say this, right, because the Knight of Swords loves to get out there and talk and share and you know, spread the news and communicate and whatever, but I'm really getting that this is a time to learn, okay? Because knights are about, you know, sorry, swords, the suit of swords, it's all about intellect, it's about communication, it's about learning again, right? It's about expanding your mind and really gaining knowledge as well, right? You know, like, I'm getting like a lot of reading about things, listening to things, and, you know, with the Knight of Swords being here, I'm getting, okay, it's not a time to communicate, it's a time to receive information. So just so much need for you to get out there and really explore really what's out there, okay? And that's what's going to be coming, that you're going to be almost like in this still sort of situation where you're going to be learning, you're going to be thinking, you're going to be looking at, you know, the Two of Wands. I'm not getting necessarily that you're getting like, you know, making two decisions or two diverging paths. It could be, right? It could very well be that you're, you know, doing two diverging paths. Maybe you're going to be choosing a career or a course of study that's going to take you elsewhere. You know, that's also something I'm getting here with, you know, the with the hair in the world and things like that. You know, some of you might be, you know, moving and actually, you know, to, in order to expand your worldview and what, and, you know, what the world has to offer and what you can actually do. Um, But, before you do that, you are, learning about a lot of things. You're being asked to explore. You're being asked to, start slow, right? Start in Page of Pentacles energy, okay? So, your advice, you do have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is all about, gaining different perspectives. Now, with the Hanged Man being reversed over here, I am getting that, yes, it's about gaining different perspectives, but I'm not getting it in an introspective sense, right? I'm not getting that it's like, okay, you are, going within and trying to learn all the answers from within. Like, yes, obviously you want to do some of that. The energy is still there. You want to assess yourself. You want to assess what you want. But, with the reversal, what I'm really getting is gaining different perspectives also from the outside world. So making sure that you're exploring. Once again, this idea is just so resonant. It's just like really like it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's everywhere. All right. But just this idea of really, getting out there, with the Eight of Pentacles. With the Eight of Pentacles reversed as your advice, it's really, hey, work. You might be taking it slower at work, because the Eight of Pentacles is all about hard work. And, you best believe that, the Eight of Pentacles, which is about, working hard and starting, being close to, the Eight of Pentacles gets close to reaping the rewards, right, of the Nine of Pentacles, right, which is when you get everything that you worked so hard for. So you're close, right, but it is reversed because I'm getting, like, this is still, you're above the frustrations of the Seven of Pentacles, right? And the just the frustrations and the like what's happening and whatever, because you're starting to work on it, but you're not gonna be quite maybe like you're not quite delving into like actual career yet, like there might be just a little bit of, okay, hold your horses, like you have your whole life to work, and kind of maybe you need to take a little bit of break, obviously, right? Like you need to worry about your living expenses and things like that. It's not like we can all just like quit work or whatever. I'm not saying that, right? But especially for those of you that are considering studies and things like that, it's like, hey, you might be struggling a little bit more. You might have to work a little bit less so that you can study more, and you might be making less money temporarily, but ultimately, right, like know that you're gonna be getting like you're going to be reaping the benefits of all your hard work, right? This is just kind of a time for you to really focus on this exploration, really focus on your opportunities, really focus on what's out there that's going to help you expand, and that's going to actually help you, feel like the emperor that you can be, feel, you know, yeah, just successful and good about yourself. With the King of Pentacles over here, I'm getting like a similar story here, because like that is your advice. And with the King of Pentacles, once again, there's this idea of like, see, like you have this very regal energy to you, right? Like you can be in that energy. I love the King of Pentacles, right? The King of Pentacles takes care of business. Are you there yet? No, right? But you are working toward that, okay? Just know that through this exploration, right, the page is going to become a king. Through this, seeing what's out there, right, like you are going to be moving up. You're going to be moving up from the pain, but you're not just quite there yet, right? But it's like that reminder of, the King of Pentacles energy of somebody who works hard for what they have, somebody who takes care of business, somebody who really nurtures, creates, like that. Just I don't even know, like I'm trying to think of like the archetype, and I'm like just blanking. Like, sorry, there's like a word that I'm blanking on. But just know that, right, like that energy is waiting for you, the energy of somebody who just can handle their own. And and really, okay, I'm just gonna say this, because when the King of Pentacles comes out reversed, sometimes there's this idea that it's like, oh, the King of Pentacles is being greedy, they're hoarding, they're being kind of, and I'm getting that because this is your advice. It's like, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like right now, it is time for you to ask for what you need so that you can ultimately grow yourself, right? Because the King of Pentacles, like, you're not gonna be just, how do I say this, like taking advantage of people because you can, right? Like, I mean, you're being asked to not, like, you're not being, it's not suggested that you're doing that, right? It's suggesting that you kind of say, hey, you know, like maybe you might be asking for some support. Like, hey, you know, I need to kind of, you know, get a couple of hours less at work so that I can actually, you know, do this other course of study so that I can eventually get more money, right? Or whatever it is, right? But like, it is time to worry about you, right? And if you don't have like, you know, people like that, you know, like if even if it's within yourself, it's about you to like knowing, okay, like this is me taking care of myself right now, so that ultimately like I can turn into this King of Pentacles and I can take care of my own and handle my own, right? And really, you know, be this just strong energy that you very much can be, okay? So I am gonna get, actually, no, I'm gonna pull a couple of these cards because I've been doing it for the last 2 piles. So let's do it for you too, just to see what else pops up in the self-care while you do these things, okay? So we have share your love. That's funny. Have you told those you love how you feel? Nurture your relationships. Okay, yeah. So for some of you, yeah, you might just need to kind of reconnect. Maybe like, you know, kind of what I was saying about like those of you that are asking for support. You know, it might be, this might just be like a side message. But for those of you that are asking for support, it's kind of saying, hey, you know, like I need this, okay? I need the support. And you know, with the Empress energy, I'm gonna say, sorry, so this is a 3, which I intended to be Empress energy. Also, like, share your love like with yourself. So yes, nurture your relationships, you know, as you're doing this thing, especially if you're asking for support. But really what I'm getting is like this need to balance, as you're moving forward through all these things and learning all these things, don't forget to take care of yourself, okay? Because sorry, the Empress nurtures herself, right? Like they know how to nourish, they know how to like, you know, make sure that you're kind of, you know, balancing this idea of like an overindulgence and, you know, like, you know, don't just kind of like be taking, but also like make sure that you're still taking care of yourself, right? Like, so it's like an energy to balance, especially with both the Emperor and Empress energy being here, right? So like really balancing those energies of being receptive and being you know, proactive. And so I think I'm just gonna leave that one out. Yeah, I think that was that felt I don't feel the need to pull another one, okay? So I am gonna get into the Santa Muerte Tarot, and what we're asking for here is just overall energy and messages that you need to hear for December. So just kind of overall energy messages for the overall energy. Interesting. Sorry, so this just fell. It's the Ace of Pentacles. I love that. New beginnings, right? And starting small again, okay? So things are going to start materializing, okay? You do have Page of Pentacles, you have 8 of Pentacles, you have King of Pentacles, 3, well, a third of the cards, 3 out of 9, and then that Ace of Pentacles over here. But yeah, you know, things are going to start materializing in your world, okay? Like maybe they're not right now, but they're going to as soon as you take care of business. All right, so what else do you need to keep in mind? Okay, Ace of Wands, yeah. 5 of Pentacles and Page of Cups. Okay, interesting. Sorry, I think another reading had like the Page of Cups, and I'm like, I don't even know what to do with the Page of Cups here, but I think I do. So, yeah. All right. Okay, I want to start there just because I started there already. But, you know, with the Page of Cups, as you're going through all these things, okay, don't forget to nourish yourself, okay? Like here, she's like feeding the water to feeding thirst. What's the like, is there like a word for that? You know, like when you feed someone food, but do you give them someone, like when you feed them beverage? When you, okay. I need to do some research. Sorry, if you know, can you please let me know? But you know, she's like giving herself, she's like pouring the water on herself, she's taking care of herself. So yes, that's the message there, okay? That as you go on this journey, make sure that you continue to take care of yourself, okay? Make sure that you're continuing to nurture you know, like your relationships, you know, I'm getting this, like, you know, don't get caught up in your work, especially if you're in this grief. Okay, make sure that you're not taking out your grief on other people, okay, because you might be relying on them later. They might be your resource. Okay, so, you know, and I'm not just saying, right, like, don't be mean to them because, you know, it's a resource, but just because it's kind of nice to not be mean. But really, yeah, don't forget about like that loving part of yourself, and don't let the stressors, you know, cost you too. Maybe like, you know, either neglect or put other people down and things like that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to say about that. With the Five of Pentacles, make sure that you're paying attention to your resources. You might be feeling apprehensive about this change because you did get it reversed. And usually when I see this, I love this Five of Pentacles because you see like the fairy kind of walking, moving forward, to me like this upward mobility, right? But you know, it is here. So you might be apprehensive to these changes. You might not even know where to start. But that's what the Five of Pentacles does. The Five of Pentacles reminds us to look at the resources, figure out what the resources are. And that's what you're exploring. That's what you're out there asking about. That's why, you know, you're kind of taking a break from other things so that you can actually get out there and figure out what the world has to offer. So get on the internet, get online, okay? Like, remember to really, really tap into all the resources. It might be like a work agency, even if it's just to kind of see what's out there. It might be just, you know, random search engine searches, and it might be actually talking to people, okay? And then finally, like, don't forget, you know, as you are doing things, look for that little spark, right? Don't just do something. I mean, you know, okay. I was going to say, don't just do something because the money inspires you. But hey, if the money inspires you, great, all right? If the money sparks you, all right, cool. If you're like, wow, look at that figure, I want some of that. That makes me feel good. And that's what you want to do, cool, right? But other than that, I think it's really about, you know, as you're exploring, as you're looking at other things, really looking for something that makes you feel good, something that lights the fire within you, something that you know you can actually invest your time and energy into, because it's something that's going to make you feel good, right? So especially for those of you that are, I mean, I'm just really getting this sense of, what's it called? Goodness. Wow. Okay. Whew, I am just dropping everything. But I'm getting the sense, I forgot. No, sorry. I'm just gonna, wow, I had to leave my thought there. I'm really sorry. Pile number 3. That was just a lot of distractions there. So just, I'm gonna say be careful about distractions, all right? Be careful about people trying to distract you. Be careful about opinionated people too. People that might have, you know, just like, don't let people distract you from your plans, or things distract you, okay? So even with things you're getting a little bit messy or whatever, keep your eye on the ball. Keep your eye on what sparks you. Keep your, like, you know, your heart open for things that make you feel good as you're learning about them. And you're like, wow, that looks really cool, okay? And remember, planting seeds, okay? You're starting small. It doesn't have to be this super big project, right? Starting small. There's the Page of Pentacles again, right? Didn't you get that? Yeah, that's 2 Page of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Hermit. Okay, so what can you expect? Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you. So this is our expect the unexpected section. Okay, so what's the unexpected that you can expect? Okay, so yeah, overall, slow starts. The starts are coming, okay? But you are going to be in a period of, you know, kind of hermiting, maybe isolating, trying to shed the light on some situations. You're going to be getting in touch with your feelings. When I see the moon reversed like that, it's about, like, you know, it's like things are hidden, and it's like, man, they're like extra hidden. So you're really going to be reflecting on what it is that you want. You're going to be reflecting on your needs. You're going to be actually, you know, getting in touch with, you know, shedding a light on, you know, and getting in touch with, you know, what is it that you want, right? What is it that you want to do? What is it that lights you up? And then, you know, you're going to have this new start. It's going to be a slow start, but it's coming, okay? Right? Just because it came out reversed right now, the energy is still here. All right, it's just kind of saying, hey, it's a little bit slow, but it's happening. You're starting to plant the seeds, okay? So make sure that, yeah, so you might have some introspective days ahead. The month ahead might be a little bit of, you know, you within you, maybe isolated a little bit, right? So, you know, make sure that you're, you know, Like, don't get too isolated, right? But you can expect some of that, just because it's going to be important for you to realize what it is that you want, okay? But, you know, don't get too caught up in that. Make sure that you're still sharing the love and that you're still reaching out to people out there, okay? I want to pull out a last card for you. I think this reading's getting a little long. Sorry about that. But I'm going to pull a last card for you just to see if there's any messages for you in the Oracle from Lemuria. And we'll see. New blueprints. Awesome. I love that. See, you are starting new. You have like a whole new part of you waiting to arise here. All right, like you're starting like a whole new path. So let's see. Goodness. See, delays. I'm just saying, just like with this taking kind of a little bit longer, delays. It's like I saw it and then I lost it, you know, so there's just going to be a little bit of a delay, but it's coming, okay? Your new blueprints are coming, okay? So this card inspires action, no matter how small. That will create a ripple of light in the world. You are part of a bigger picture, a greater story, and your actions, your choices, your presence are making a difference. You have more power than you realize. Focus on what you can do and do it well. Change takes time, so make plans and start now. Okay. I feel like that's a beautiful recap of what we were talking about, okay? So go out, have fun, and explore. If anything resonated, please, you know, feel free to leave me a like or a comment. I appreciate all your support. And good luck on finding this new version of yourself, all right? Thank you so much for being here, pile number 3. Hi, pile number 4, or those of you who chose the Rhodonite or the Cat Tarot. Welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Star Codes Astro Oracle to think about some themes here. All right, so you do have Uranus and change. So some of you might be going through some career changes. Some of you might be going through changes at your job. Some of you might be thinking about changing up what you're doing. So let's see what this change is all about. I'm going to get into the Lion Strider Tarot, and then we're going to be looking at present energy, and then future energy and advice before we get into the Cat Tarot for some more beautiful info. All right. So let's do this. I'm going to start with present energy. Yep, 10 of Wands. You have the 7 of Cups. And goodness. Okay, my cat is freaking out and she's just like scratching at the post. I don't even know what's happening. Okay, yeah, 7 of Cups reversed and Wheel of Fortune reversed. So there might be some, a lot of hecticness happening in your life. So, you know, with the Wheel of Fortune, maybe some bad, yeah, some bad luck coming your way. You have, okay, you have the Sun reversed. You have the 9 of Cups. Interesting. The 9 of Cups came out in that exact same position. Oh, man. I can't remember if it was like pile number 1. I feel like it was one of like the 1 or 2. But I don't know if any of those call to you. Maybe there's some extra messages for you there. If you want to check that out, totally, you know, just throwing that out there. Because it was like in the exact same position. All right. So, interesting. Okay. So, all right. Sorry. Okay. Okay. The cards just kind of want to pop out, but I'm like struggling with this. So let me just do a little quick shuffle. All right. I love them because they do pop out, but I don't know why it just doesn't quite feel right. Okay, I'm just gonna cut it and, all right, I'm gonna cut and pull out your advice, okay? So we have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. We have, okay, yeah, you might definitely, okay, yeah. All right, you might definitely wanna, if any other pile called to you, okay? And that's funny. Okay, yeah. If any other pile called to you, check it out because you might have other messages waiting for you because, yeah, there's like some repeats here, okay? And I feel like, yeah, it just feels kind of weird. All right. All right. So we have, oh, I didn't even do, yeah, 7 of, okay, yeah, 7 of Pentacles reversed. I'm going to do the overall energy down here. All right, so present energy. You have the Ten of Wands, you have the Seven of Cups, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, so you might be going through some, some bad luck right now. Maybe some things are just, you know, life's not dealing you the greatest hand right now, because this isn't your mental and spiritual realm. I am also wondering though, like, maybe life did deal you a bad hand, but how much are you kind of stuck in it, right? Mentally and spiritually, how much are you kind of hanging on to that and unable to release it? Because it's in your mental and spiritual realm, right? So it's kind of saying like this is in your head. Not that it didn't happen, right? Like I'm sure that, like, hey, maybe life did throw some misfortune your way, but it's like now saying, hey, okay, how are we going to deal with this? How are you going to transform this? How are you going to turn this 10, right? The Wheel of Fortune is 10, and then you have the 10 of Wands over here. You have 25 over here. 2 and 5 is 10. 2 times 5, I mean 2 and 5 is 7. But which 7, 7? Okay, sorry. Oh goodness, wow. Okay. Whew. The numbers just everywhere. But 777, I'm gonna say. So 3 7s. So hey, you have some, look, 3 lucky 7s, so you have some good things coming your way. Okay. And you, I can see that here with the star, okay, and change, okay, and Uranus, okay. So Uranus brings us change in the weirdest of ways, okay. I'm just gonna throw that out there. So Uranus, sometimes it brings us change in the way that we don't expect, in the way that we don't want. Uranus sometimes makes us go through chaos in order to make us, force us into change, right? So we're like, the more you are fighting the change, the harder it's gonna feel, because this change wants to come your way. So Uranus is gonna make this happen for you. This change is gonna happen whether you like it or not, so you might as well lean with it and roll with it and like, work with it, and so with the 10 of Wands over here, you do have the sense of, you feeling overworked, you feeling over struggled, you feeling, right, like it's this sense of, carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, and really struggling, right? Like you're struggling in your material realm. So all, like there could be, these things that are making you feel like you're just, full of bad luck right now, or this bad luck that might be feeling you overstressed, right? Like these energies can be kind of like all over the place like that. So, so there is just like this struggle energy, okay? You do have the Seven of Pentacles reversed and your overall energy, which the Seven of Pentacles is, it's just really, it's a card of frustrations. It's a card of, like, when am I gonna get what I've worked so hard for? Like, hey, I've been putting in all this work. Like, is it coming yet? Are we there yet? It's are we there yet energy, right? And the thing is that, you're not there yet. I'm sorry. Sorry if that sounded kind of blunt, right? But it's really that. It's like you need to keep working. You need to keep doing some of the work. You need to welcome in this change. Because and you have the Seven of Cups reversed in your heart space. So I'm getting the sense that in your heart there is something that you want. There are options that you have been looking at. The Seven of Cups, it's looking at all your different options, the good and the bad, and the beautiful and the ugly, and the gnarly and the gross, and the great, and the whatever. Just like, it's looking at everything, okay? So but it's reversed, right? So it's like, I'm getting the sense of, you're kind of looking at what's out there, but there's just this, coming back to yourself, really being like, no, but I can't, like, just like this, oh, I want this and this and this and this, and I could do this and this and this and that, and I could explore new ventures, and I could get out of this job and do this other thing, right? Or I could did, even if it's like within your job that you're in right now. I'm sorry, this is like very much a career reading, right? It's meant to be a career reading. So, even if it's about like doing something within where you are, right? And you're like trying to explore different ways to do the thing that you're working on, right? Like, well, I want to try this, or I want to try that, or maybe, we need to do this for our employees, or I need to do this for my, coworkers, or whatever it is, right? But it's like, but no, but I can't, right? Like that's what I'm getting. Okay, I'm sorry. Especially like with this reversal here, right? So this just like kind of self-limiting beliefs, okay, is what I'm saying, is what I'm gonna say. This yeah, you kind of setting your own hurdles, really, like not wanting to move on. And the thing is that it's, you know, the 10, it promises you a new beginning, right? Because 10 is kind of saying, hey, all this struggle is ending. All this struggle is, you know, gonna go away. You know, with the 10 of Wands, I really get this reach out, right? Because with the 10 of Wands, it's really, you know, especially when you look at like more like the traditional imagery by, what's her name? Paulina Cole Smith. Yeah, but when you look at the traditional imagery, like the associated, like you know, with the Rider-Waite tarot and things like that, you have somebody who's kind of reaching out, you know, to the community to ask for help. So sorry, so that's kind of what I'm getting, right? Like you might be needing to reach out to people to ask for support, especially in your material realm. So like actually reach out, actually see what's out there. You know, especially if you're feeling stuck, especially if you can't get yourself out of this mindset, because you have the sun waiting for you. Okay, like please keep in mind that the energy is still here. The sun energy is still trying to appear. There's, you know, your heart is trying to illuminate your life, but you're not allowing it. You're not welcoming it. Sorry, my cat freaked out. Okay, did my cat freak out in this reading earlier too? No, or was that the last reading? Okay, I'm sorry. Goodness golly. All right, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're freaking out, right? Are you freaking out? Is that what's happening? You're freaking out about whatever it is that's happening. You're freaking out about the struggles that you're carrying within you. You're freaking out about welcoming in new opportunities, welcoming in this change. So whether it might be a change in your position, right? Like maybe you're working somewhere and they're offering you a new position. Maybe you're working somewhere and you're trying to, you know, move upwards. Maybe you're working somewhere and you're wanting to explore something different. Okay, so whatever change is that is happening, you are hindering yourself. Okay, and so here's the thing, the Three of Wands, what it wants you to do, right? It wants you to stop resisting. All right, because what's coming your way is this opportunity to explore new ventures. The Three of Wands, you know, and the Three of Wands can even be about exploring new business ventures for those of you that's what you're thinking. You know, yeah, it's really about getting out there, right? Embracing the change. But, you know, with it being reversed, there's just the sense of you being resistant to it. So this is kind of saying, hey, you know, see what's out there, see what's up, you know, just kind of, you know, just peek, just see what's happening. All right, see what the world has to offer you. You know, with the Five of Pentacles over here reversed in your material realm as well, like look at the resources, look at what's out there, look at what can help you. I feel like the Five of Pentacles was like a common theme in all these readings, and at this point I am kind of like, what? No, but really, because it's so real, right? It's so real when it comes to career, when it comes to our day-to-day grind and things like that. Like the Five of Pentacles is just, you know, saying, hey, what is out there? Make sure that you are not missing anything. Make sure that you are reaching out to people. Make sure that you are actually asking for support. Make sure that you're learning about new ventures, that you're learning about things. You know, if you're trying to do something new, you know, where you work at, you know, is like, okay, who can you talk to about this? What can you learn about it before you implement it? If you're trying to explore new ventures, it's like, okay, what's out there? What can I actually look into? Okay, because what I'm getting here is like, just like the sense of overwork, really, with the Ten of Wands, just kind of feeling like overburdened, really, that's the word. Right, so like almost like the brink of burnout. So something needs to change, right? Maybe the change that you, and for some of you, yeah, the change that you need to welcome in is going to be being in this Nine of Cups energy, really like knowing your worth over here with your advice, over here being the star, knowing your worth and loving yourself. Okay, you know, because with the star, yes, I'm gonna say you know, with the star, there's this idea of, you know, making a wish and really you know, making a wish and the universe having your back. This is in your mental, spiritual realm. So, you know, there might be some mental and spiritual changes that you are going through, right? Positive changes, especially with this Nine of Cups here coming up. And it's going to be like, hey, you working on your self-love, you working on taking care of yourself, you actually loving yourself and nourishing and nurturing yourself. It's going to bring you, you know, that support from the universe, right? But like that change is ultimately going to be mental. It's going to be like you realizing that you are all that. That's kind of what I'm getting. Like the transformation that's gonna happen for you right now in career, like it's gonna, and like a big change that's gonna happen, right? It's you kind of realizing, hey, you know, like I need to take care of myself, I need to do what I need to do for me, like I need to actually make sure that, you know, I'm not feeling overburdened, that I'm reaching out, that I'm finding new ways to address these problems, right? That I'm letting, you know, my light shine, that I'm kind of putting myself out there, that I'm finding all the resources that I need to find, and I'm taking care of myself so that I can get out of this, you know, bad fortune that I'm perceiving and actually turn that into beautiful opportunities and the world having my back and the universe having my back and me, you know, really welcoming in this change that's going to bring you, you know, just all the support from the universe. Like the universe is trying to offer you something, but you're not going to be able to welcome it if you're not looking out there, if you're not looking at your resources, if you're not exploring, if you're not opening up your heart and you're not reaching out to people. Okay. Also with the Six of Cups over here, right? There's that sense of you needing to sorry, like balance, right? Make sure that you are, and actually, you know what? Sorry, because with the Six of Cups, there is that, and that was also in, no, but it was in a different position. In another card, like I think like some of these were together. Is like, it's kind of the thing. But I mean, different messages though. So okay, sorry, I need to get off that. But with the Six of Cups, you know, being reversed, right? Because, you know, you want to be really careful about imbalance, okay? Make sure that you are not allowing people to bring you out of this balance as you are reaching out. You want to make sure that, you know, you want to turn this upside down, right side up. Sorry. Oh my God. You want to turn this right side up too. And actually, you know what? For some of you, you might want to turn it upside down, and maybe it's a time to receive rather than give, okay? So for some of you, that's actually the advice. You know, right now it's your time to take, okay? So, because I was going to say, you know, be in balance in the sense of like, um, you know, yeah, actually, no, because the message was going to be the same. I was going to say be in balance in the sense of like, make sure that you're not like over giving, but not only like make sure that you're not over giving, but like right now it's a time for you to take. It's for you to accept help. It's for you to accept resources. It's for you to accept support with whatever it is that you're working on, okay? So whether it's like a transition out of your job or a transition in your job or changes, you know, to your position or changes to what you're trying to do with your life, you know, accept the support, okay? It's a time to receive. It's a time to accept what the universe is trying to offer you, okay? So I'm gonna get into, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this just because I did it for every other pile. So I'm gonna pull out like one or two cards for my little deck just to see if there's any additional messages. So it would be unfair to not do it for you. How many is that? That's 4. I guess we're gonna do 4. Okay, and these are just like, hey, little things to do, okay? Follow the cycles of the moon. So for some of you, that might be important. That might be some of the changes that you can do. Sorry, so these are supposed to be like little things that you can do just to kind of self-care. And some of these are bigger or like just different, okay? Like little things that you can kind of keep in mind. Follow the cycles of the moon, hydrate, make sure that you're nourishing yourself, make sure that you're taking care of yourself, okay? But yeah, following the cycles of the moon is really about like getting in touch with your emotions, getting in touch with your feelings, right? Recognizing when you're feeling stressed, recognizing why you were feeling like, you know, bad luck was on your side, and really transforming that as well, right? It's like very transformative energy when you do things like that. Is this 2? No, that's 14 and 17. Okay. Oh, feed yourself. Yeah, hydrate and feed yourself. So make sure that you're taking care of your needs, okay? Make sure that you're actually taking care. Yeah. And that may be part of this like Nine of Cups energy, right? Making sure that your needs are being met, your basic needs are being met, like, you know, like loving yourself, okay? Like self-love in that way. you know, and think about what you're missing. Okay, so think about what it is that you're missing. It's like, do you need some chocolate? Do you need a broccoli? Okay, like, you figure it out. But you know, think about what it is that you're missing and add a little bit of that into your life. Okay, and then breathe, right? So take some deep breaths. Make sure I don't know why I put wind, air. I meant air. I don't know what I meant. Maybe like, yeah, oh, feel the wind, you know? So practice some breathing exercises. Breathe from the belly. You know, can you go outside and feel the breeze, right? Sometimes it's really just about, you know, like that movement sort of thing. Okay, so just some, like, a little bit of self-care things here. Okay, you can take or leave those. I just, you know, pull some out for the other piles. So, you know, if anything makes sense to you, I hope it does. All right. I'm going to say, oh, I'm going to get into the cat tarot. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Sorry, I just realized I'm going to get into the cat tarot. My cat's over here being all hella playful. So my cat's saying hi. So if you choose the cat tarot because you're a cat person, my cat is very into your reading. Like, she's just trying to be in your reading, okay? So I'm just going to throw that out there for my fellow cat people. All right, so I'm just gonna cut. The first thing that I'm asking for is general, just overall energy, general energy messages that you need to hear, okay, about December. So just kind of general messages about the energy that you need to hear this upcoming month if you're not watching in December. All right, awesome. Oh, yeah, 1, 2, 3. That's 10 of Pentacles. Sorry, that's beautiful. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. Yes, sorry. Like the little, I'm trying to remember. 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, and Wheel of Fortune upright. Oh, come on. Yes, I love it. All right. Sorry, this is amazing. Okay. So, I'm going to start with the bad energy because that's what I do best, okay? You got to delve deep so you can rise up. So, with the 5 of Swords energy over here, there's just really, you know, there might be some challenges, right? Like, you know, some challenges. Maybe reaching out. Okay, what I'm getting is like maybe reaching out for help is hard for you, right? Like, especially like, you know, you have this kitty over here with their claws out, and you know, these kittens over here like kind of you know, looking away. And I'm getting the sense of, you know, like not reaching out for this idea of, right, like not reaching out for help. Maybe like, okay, retract your claws and be willing to put yourself in a state where you can be vulnerable and ask for support if you need it, you know. And I think my cat agrees because she's just freaking all over the place. I swear she was just totally chill, and then this reading, cat tarot reading, people, I'm so sorry. Okay, let me come back. But yeah, right, there's just like this idea, okay, retract your claws, reach out, kind of go like, hey, you know, and avoid challenges, right? Like, avoid negative energy. If there's people that, you know, you need to stay away from, that's fine. You know, be above it, stay away from them. You don't need to like talk to them. But if there's somebody, you know, for others of you, it is about kind of like, hey, you know, maybe reconciling, reaching out. With the 6 of Cups, you know, there might be some reconciliation waiting to happen. You know, that you know, like, that can be supportive, okay? But overall, you know, mental and physical realm, I love it, right? So your heart may be a little bit like all over the place, or you know, going through some challenges, but you know, it's gonna heal, right? 5s are changes, and changes is healing. And so that's beautiful. And then with the Wheel of Fortune, see this Wheel of Fortune, it's going to turn around. You have better days are coming. You have, you know, luck being on your side again, especially, you know, with the star over here. You have the 10 of Pentacles, which is, you know, the 10 of Pentacles is everything that you worked so hard for, right? Like, you're going to be reaping the benefits of everything, right? Like, what was they saying about the 7 of Pentacles? Maybe it's not time yet. Well, it's coming, okay? The 10 of Pentacles, that's when you get everything. You get the legacies, you get the future, you get the, just all the hard work, right? Like, you get to see it come to fruition. So this is coming your way. This is like the general energy that's coming. So yes, you might be going through some hurt right now, but as you work on your healing, as you work on reaching out, as you work on, you know, really taking care of yourself and things like that, you know, these things are going to be coming for you, okay? Like these changes, you're going to go from 10 of Wands to 10 of Pentacles. All right, come on, change. That's beautiful. From struggling to striving. You're going to go from the Wheel of Fortune was reversed, right? To the Wheel of Fortune upright, right? From ill fortune to great fortune, okay? Like change. Uranus, welcome it in, okay? I almost want to leave your reading there. Is it terrible if I leave it there? I'm just going to leave it there. I'm sorry. I'm going to leave your reading there, okay? And then I'm going to pull a card from the Lemuria, the Beyond Lemuria Oracle, okay? Because, like, I just love this, okay? Like, this is beautiful. This is, like, this is what's coming your way, okay? Like, I don't know. I feel, okay. I hope you don't hate me. I just think, like, this is it. Like, that's what you needed to hear, okay? Like, it's coming. Like, that's what you can expect, all right? That's the energy that's coming for you. Beautiful fortune, beautiful, your legacy, your destiny, like everything that you're working so hard for, like it's gonna find you. Welcome in the change, okay? All right, and all right, actually, okay, that didn't feel right. Like I, you know, I debated, I don't know, okay, you know, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna like talk to you. Wait, away. But I debated buying the smaller deck from this because I knew that I struggle with the large decks. But I'm just going to pull the top card because it just makes it easier. We have 34 life force energy. And let me find the book, okay? I just saw it too. Okay, life force. Sorry. I'm just gonna show you my annotations. Like, they're not a lot for this. I just underlined, revel in the bliss of being alive. And do you feel good? That's what I wrote down. I don't even know what it means. I don't even remember. But, so, revel in the bliss of being alive, okay? It's time for celebration. This is an incredibly healing card packed with luminous life force energy for optimal health and healing. It reminds you to seek joy and upliftment in everything that you do as much as is possible. Consider the foods that you eat. Hey, didn't I say it? Yeah. Sorry, with the feeding and hydrating. Sorry. Consider the foods that you eat, the environments you spend your time in, the people in your life, and even the things that you wear. Increase your awareness of their journey, how they came to be in your world, and their energetic resonance. Are they alive and vibrant? You may also be inspired to work with healing energies such as Reiki or with the land, perhaps to grow vegetables. You are encouraged to joyously make your life a piece of Eden. As a result, you will shine with vitality. All right. So yeah, and then like the energies are, you know, energy, mana, Aina, the rainbow spectrum, bright white light, Reiki, celebrating life, God for it. Okay, you can see it. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. But yeah, all right, bringing things into balance. Okay, and just yes, all right. Go and go and claim your wishes. Go and reach out. Go and look at your resources. Go and accept this change. Welcome in this change, all right? Because this change is promising you just far better days. It might be a painful change. It might be a struggling, you know, a struggle of a change, but better days are just waiting for you. So thank you so much for being here, pile number 4. If anything resonated, if anything made sense, please reach out. Please reach out. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. Please feel free to leave a comment or leave a like, you know, if you feel called to it. I would really appreciate it. All right. Maybe somebody that you're thinking of, whoever you're thinking about, go reach out to them, okay? All right. Thank you, pile number 4. Take care and good luck and go and welcome in the change.